Testing. Hey Natsu, I saw that you're there, man. One quick second. Yo Natsu, how you doing? We got 4 people watching. Cool. Let's hope today goes well. I got my guest stars, the bird. Come on. Okay, they're not saying anything, but you better believe they're gonna be there. Anyway, yeah. Hey guys, welcome. Natsu, yesterday there were like a lot of problems with the stream, so let me know if there's some stream stuttering, or whoever's watching at this point. Just let me know if there's some problems with the stream, and I will try to fix it. I still don't fully know what exactly causes it, but just let me know. And hey, Prower, I'm excited. I'm excited for Saturday. So, Prower, I'm gonna be getting up super early. You join whenever you want. I'll be in the main Discord group that we're talking in right now, and that'll be good. Hey, Tallow, and yeah, the birds. Yeah, hey, Tallow, how you doing, Tallow? Oh shoot, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, Tallow Wolf. Yeah, just keep an eye out on the Patreon, Tallow Wolf. I'm gonna upload like some of the videos that I'm working on, and a Patreon exclusive video. So just keep an eye out on that. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I'm getting my schedule back in order slowly but surely, so I can do more stuff. Now that the majority of the move stuff has settled, it's a little bit easier to do stuff. Okay. This is the grasslands. This is Lake Hylia. I think there's a shrine in this area. This is the mountain over here. This is where we have to go. And honestly, we probably should get back to that because I need to empower the Joy. Oh, Tallow. Oh, Tallow, you are so sarcastic. Tallow, how are you doing, man, by the way? Because I know, you work usually pretty late as the security guard. How are you doing? And yeah, Prower. Again, I am super excited. I have not yet decided if I'm playing PS2 version of Shadow the Hedgehog or GameCube. It'll probably be GameCube, but we'll see. We'll see. It depends on which one is more compatible with my computer for long periods of time. And I guess we don't really have that many people watching, but I just want to say, guys, let me know if the stream is stuttering. Just because yesterday was kind of weird. Let's see. I want to head out, not in that direction. I want to head out towards Lake Hylia. That's not Lake Hylia. Is it over here? Yeah, it's north. So, let's see how far we can go. I probably should have gotten more food, but oh well. It's kind of scary just kind of moving in the fog. Like, who knows what could happen in fog? There's the bridge. So we're gonna land on the islands, hopefully. Oof, we did it. Okay, so we're on the islands, and there's like a Lizalfos right there, which is not the greatest thing in the world. I'm not ready to fight those things. And let's see. Okay, you're more level grinding Octopath Traveler. Oh, nice, John. Nice. Ah, there is a shrine. Oh, wow. We got lucky on that one. Great. Yeah, Naga Shrine. It's interesting it's called Naga. I wonder how they came up with the names. Because real life isn't an anime. Yeah, it's not. Alright. What an interesting little thing here. I'm pretty sure. Waiting on Bravely Default 2. Oh yeah, John. Me too. Me too. Oh yeah. I realized that it's a thing from I think what is it, probably like Hindu? I feel like maybe Hindu, but I might be wrong. But yeah, no. I totally agree, Power. Um, I think I'm doing this right. Really thought I would have been able to get that one. Let's see, is there any other things that need to be used here? But yeah, like it was interesting that it's so close to the river, hey Prower, because like the Nagas usually are river monsters. So that's what I found kind of interesting there. You know, we could just blow it up with a bomb arrow. Oh, nice. Is hey Animamus. Is oh, hello squirrel. That's a cute squirrel. Animamus, is volume 18. Anyone gotten into the whole Ghost of Tsushima hype? Ooh, I don't know, Talo. I heard it was I heard it was really pretty, but it's just an open world game, right? Like it's just an open world. I haven't gotten into it. Let's go. Let's see what that goes into. Have you gotten into the hype, Talo? Great. Not sure if that's how you had to do it, but good enough for me. Anyway, back to Animamus. Animamus, so yeah, did it end in a cliffhanger? Man, I swear momentum is crazy in this game. Doesn't look like there's anything else that we should be trying to get in here. Ghost of Tsushima is weeaboo wet dream. Actually, John, from what I heard, the Japanese critics said that it was very faithful to Japanese, I don't know, culture or mannerisms for that time. Something like that. I don't fully recall, but like that's what people were impressed by when it came to the production. If I recall correctly, when it came to the criticism, it was the Western critics that said it was too much of like what the West thinks Japan is, as opposed to the Japanese just saying like, oh no, this was actually pretty alright. Oh, apparently people have pet the foxes and ghosts well over 180k times. Huh. Alright. I'm just wondering if I can get over here. Oh, okay. I don't think there's anything else to collect in this area, but maybe let's just, I think yellow means there's a way to know. Oh yeah, okay. So that's how you know if you've gotten everything. So we definitely got everything. That's unfortunate. They went out of their way to get the blessing of the Kurosawa estate. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, let me just read what let me just read what you guys said. River monsters, fire emblem things, dragons. Well, the Naga are kind of snake-like, so if you consider like if you consider Eastern dragons, like I think it could fit. I think it could fit. Animamus said, well, since it was originally the ending in the web novel, it ended to a point where they leave it off to the reader's imagination, I guess, but there were new elements that sprung up that have future potential. Oh, okay. So what comes after volume 18? Like, what's it called, Animamus? I think you've told me this before, but I forget the name. Also, Animamus, I watched the Digimon episode from this past Sunday. I enjoyed it. I think, well, you'll see it in the episode, but like for me, that Ogremon felt a lot fresher than the original Ogremon, because I don't know, in my memories, I remember Ogremon being a lot more annoying. He had a much more developed dynamic with Leomon. But I kind of liked the short and simple Ogremon here. Like, in one episode, I really understand Ogremon, and I really respected Ogremon to some point. So I don't think Ogremon overstayed his welcome. He wasn't like a cartoony type villain. Oh, apologies. He wasn't a cartoony type villain, which I really appreciated. Also, guys, the spoilers for Hero Academia came out, along with all, like, a bunch of the other manga spoilers. And I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty happy about what's going on. I feel pretty good about it. Like, the things that happened in it felt reasonable to me. Jesus. Oh no. That was rough. Ah. Oh no. I might die. How many more of those little fairies do I have? I hope I have a lot. Ah. I need to remember how to jump. I keep forgetting that jump is X, and that's definitely impacting my chances of success here. That is a fair want, Animamus. But I don't know. I think I'm really appreciating the I think I'm appreciating how brisk they are with everything. I don't know, maybe it's because like I want to move on, but like when you have that preview for the next episode, it's like, oh, that's great. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Oh, you're catching fish? They'll sell in no. Oh, okay, Zora's Domain. We're pretty far away right now, but there's a lot of rare fish to catch here, so it's a lot of fun. Hey guys, are Zora's monster girls? Or like, well, female Zora, would you call them monster girls? Like, I feel like in any other world, they'd be monster girls. Ah, Moon Cradle, right. I heard about Moon Cradle. I thought, okay, that's one I thought. I wonder if I can... Oh, cool, there is something there. Always use that. Wait, she's swimming? Oh, yeah, she is swimming. Oh, that's cute. Good for her. I wonder if I can, like... Can I... No, I can't create it on her. That's unfortunate. Alright, that would have been funny if I could. Alright. That would have been funny, but nah. Nah. Oh, got something. Oh, Skelly's at a gay bar. Alright, that's cool. Good for him. Oh, no. Alright. Let's see. I want to grab that thing, and we still can't get it, so we'll continue getting a little bit closer. I don't see any fish, though, which is unfortunate. I say that, but then it looks like there's fish right there. No, actually kind of hard to tell. That's just ripples in the water. Alright, we're not there yet. Great. We're gonna get there eventually, everyone. Oh, cool, it stopped. Alright. You know, there's supposed to be a giant dragon here somewhere. Huh. Alright. We did it. That was a little bit further than I expected. Alright. Cool. I wonder what it is. Ah, excellent. Shock arrows. What are you talking about, Prower? I was just wondering, man. Like, I'm just wondering. It was a simple question. There's a lot of monster girls going on right now, Prower. Wait, I assume that's what you're talking about, man. I might have said something else, but I don't know if I did. Oh, I already talked to her. Any users. Monster girls are a thing right now, Prower. We have Monster Girl Doctor and all that. It's relevant. It's relevant, Prower. It's a totally relevant question to have. Well, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Prower, but like I'll wait to see what you say. Don't make me send you a daily Bible verse. Well, is it a good one? Is it a good Bible verse? Does it like make me feel like there's hope in the world? Volume 19 and 20 are the side story. Moon Cradle takes place before the epilogue and focuses on Ronnie Kirito's page. Oh! The next actual arc is Unital Ring, still ongoing. Okay, Unital Ring. Oh my gosh, that's the first time I've heard about it. Sounds neat. I wonder if I can... Nice. Oh, that was funny. Alright, cool. Alright, guys, this is what power feels like. This is it. This is definitely what power feels like. A daily Bible verse means... But you said a daily Bible verse. I just thought it meant like it's a Bible verse for today. You know, I just thought it was today's Bible verse. I like Revelations. You can send me any of those ones, Prower. Those ones are pretty cool. They're pretty edgy too, like usually. Lots of things going on in the Book of Revelations. Like, edgy's a good descriptor for the Book of Revelations, right? Right? I mean, that's a good descriptor for it, right? Oh, Shiggy is Count Dooku in a way he is placement for all for one new body. Hey, Sarge. Sarge, have you seen the spoilers? Monster Girls have always been a thing. They are just getting their just due at this point in time. Yeah, I agree. Monster girls have always been a thing. At least, I know, like, at least with Scooby-Doo, monster girls have been a thing for a very long time. Well, I guess the end of the world can be considered edgy. Oh yeah, yeah, right. Anyways, you see it too, right? Okay, let's see. We can go to the mountains. We can go over onto the boat. Let's see. Probably go back to the bridge. Um, there might be something in the bridge. There might be like cool stuff in the bridge. Just there needs to be a quicker way of doing it. It's just because it's so hard to get over there. We're kind of surrounded on all sides. We could also go for that area. That's an area I've never really explored, even in my first run through of the game. Oh man. Yeah, I guess like that's probably gonna be the best way of going about it. I think I'll just Cryonic Leap everywhere and try to get to the other side. It'll take a little bit, but I don't think it'll be the worst thing. Like, we could also Cryonic Leap across the entire ocean if it came down to it. Whew. Actually, you know, like, this is a pretty game changer ability in all honesty, not having to swim. Like, this is a pretty game changer ability. Alright. I think I see something over there as well. So this is good. This feels like a good strategy, guys. We're almost there. Huh. Do I not have better gear for Link? Well, I guess not. I only have the fanboy shirt. Alright. You know, that's unfortunate. Alright, we continue. I think there's something over there. We're gonna keep going. And wait, what are you guys talking about? Team Velma. Trip had to drag. Okay, wait. There's a lot of things going on. Oh, there's quite a few comments. Okay, give me a second here, guys. Once I get to the other side, I will. I'll read the comments. I just realized there's quite a few there. Oh no, now I'm being attacked. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Nice. Wasn't even sure that was gonna work, but that worked out pretty well. Good on us. I didn't think I was that good. All right, this is, you know, like nice levels of skill. All right, hopefully I'll get better at the game as time goes by, and I'll be back to my like at least an optimal level. All right, cool. Octorok tentacle, excellent, excellent. Now I'm pretty sure I can get those dragonflies if they didn't run away. They're all hanging around, and that's a duck. Don't know if I want the duck. Oh, oops. Okay, well, not gonna bother. Yeah, this is the first time I've been in this area, that's for sure. Oh, blood for the blood god? Yeah, Tiandre. Blood for the blood god. Alright. Oh no. Wait, that's dumb. I guess we'll just have to like chop them up. Cool. I like Choo Choo Jelly. Let's see. You know, like, I probably shouldn't be so lazy. Probably worth to do it. Ooh, fish. You know, I like the way that Zelda does fishing, in all honesty. Definitely, This is definitely the right way to fish. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh no, it's gonna break. Gonna try to reach it. Oh hey, Edens. Nice, we made it. Okay, let me read it very quickly. Sorry said Kirishima pierced Higanto's skin. That changes everything for durability. Oh right, I gotta be careful with spoilers. You know, like the only thing I will say to that, Sarge, is that Kirishima was also using super hardening, and Kirishima has strength. It's just like when I saw that too, I was looking for blood splatter. Like that's the first thing I looked for, and there was a bit there. So like that does change everything for durability. Like he might have a hardening quirk though, but it's hard. Miguel said, "Is Horikoshi trying to debunk all the traitor theories by giving the suspects the spotlight?" Honestly, hard to say because like for Mina and Kirishima, when you have Higantomakia and like Sarge said it, like Sarge was calling it, like I've said it too, like this was the time for Mina and Kirishima to shine. In this particular situation, the thing with Mina, you could say like yeah, because Mina and Kaminari both got internal monologues. And once you have internal monologues, it gets a lot harder to justify a character being evil. Because now you have to play mental games to justify how the internal monologue can still be correct. Usually at that point, if you need someone to be a traitor, you're going to be going down the route of this person has a split personality because of the way that the internal monologues work. There's a way of doing an internal monologue without actually confirming a character is good if you just take the internal monologue out of context. So if you have a character internal monologuing and then you like imagine a situation where they're saying like, oh my gosh, I have to save this particular person. If they were a traitor, like later on you could reveal I have to save this particular person, and you could put like a darker tone such as so that I can kill them myself, right? But that's the kind of maneuvers you have to go for when you want to justify people that have internal monologues as traitors. So for this particular situation, I am very interested in seeing the final translation for the person that got the monologue in this upcoming chapter, because I do want to see how they're gonna internalize it. Although from what I've read from the spoilers, it seems in the clear. Tallow Wolf says, like Patton also said, if you're going to die there, there will be no more a badass way to go than the apocalypse. I agree. Trip had to drag Scooby-Doo, of all things, into his fantasy. Scooby-Doo started it first. Nice view of the bridge. Kirishima X Mina moment. I ship it. I ship it too. That was good. And I called it so hard that we would get a mention of her connected to Gigantomachia. Yeah, for me it was like these two characters are involved within Gigantomachia. They're the connected ones. So I'm not surprised with just them having a bigger role to there with Higanto. I am very pleased with how far the author went here, because I am also very happy that Mina only had a bead of sweat in the most recent chapter, that the one that came out on Sunday. Mina had a bead of sweat. What did that indicate? It indicated that Mina was putting on a brave face, and then you have a confirmation of that. That's awesome. I love seeing that. Who among us has not had a Daphne fantasy moment? Tallow asking the interesting things. You see, when Prower had said that, I held my tongue. I was gonna say, like, we all know Daphne like instigated a lot of people's awakening when they were kids, because like that's Daphne. It was Daphne, right? But that's funny. It's funny that Tallow Wolf brought it up. And then Velma, man, Velma was alright. Like Velma's gotten a lot of like weird things as we went forward into the future of Scooby-Doo. Oh, is there? Oh, young man. That's a new person. Okay. How has my day been? Busy-ish. I'm kind of tired. My eyes aren't the best right now. They're getting a little bit bad just because I've been like focusing a lot, typing a lot. So it's just been a lot. Give me Dragon's Blood, Blood for the Bud God. Also, good night. Okay, great, Tiandre. Detective Anime was nice this week. Okay, cool. 40k is the best. Oh, hey, Master Gray. And then that was Eden's. What job give to Tressa until Rune Lord? Tal said, I tried Little Caesar's stuffed crazy bread today. I was tasty going in, but a bit forceful coming out. That's funny. Anonymous asked, you saw the preview for Digimon, right? Seems like they're doing this too early and it's supposedly 66 episodes. You know, I was really happy with it. I was really happy with seeing Metal Greymon in the preview. That made me feel really good. Like, I'd rather it come briskly, but if it is having 66 episodes, maybe that is a little bit too early. But honestly, I prefer this pacing. I don't know what it's going to come out as, but I'm 100% into it. And Define Awakening. Animamus, I'm just saying, like that's always been the joke, that people just like Daphne a lot, and for whatever reason, I wasn't really that much of a Daphne guy. I kind of liked more the random girl that showed up with the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. You guys remember that series? It's like the one where Scooby and the gang, or Scooby and a weird configuration, released a bunch of weird. Actually, Daphne might have been in that one. I don't remember. But like, I always found 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo pretty interesting. That was my favorite of the Scooby-Doo series. And yes, Tallow. Yes. Like, from what I understand, when it comes to things from the old generation that really got little boys going, it's like people like, what was it, Jessica Rabbit? Like, if we talk about the icons of cartoons, I'm pretty sure like the general talk is Jessica Rabbit, Lola Bunny, which I can only imagine that contributed to a lot of furries, and Daphne, I guess. Like that, those are the people I think of when people talk about cartoon characters that were provocative in nature. Definitely Lola Bunny in Space Jam, and which is really interesting to think about, because at the end of the day, someone had to be like, "All right, guys, we need sex appeal in the movie, and unfortunately, it's gonna have to be a bunny." Like, really interesting that it got into the movie and all that. Yeah, Red Shirt Shaggy was the best. What's your favorite individual Digimon design? Mine is Red Dinosaur for Season 4, Gaiomon. Favorite individual design? Kabuterimon. I love Kabuterimon. Kabuterimon is my favorite. Whenever I'm playing a Digimon game, I try to get Kabuterimon. I really don't like Digivolve with Kabuterimon, but it's Kabuterimon. Guilmon's pretty good too. Yeah, Guilmon's pretty good too. I like Guilmon quite a lot, but Kabuterimon definitely just has withheld over time. When the conversation switched to hot character. Oh yeah, no. It was just a quick little thing. It's over now. No Gus, no Lex looks to be picking up. And Animamus' first fictional crush was the princesses from Disney's Atlantis. Oh yeah, the one thing I remember about Atlantis is there's one scene where I think his name is Milo. I think, right? His name is Milo. Um, he gets pushed around by the big bully military guy, and his glasses break, and he picks up a picture of his grandpa or something like that. Like, I don't know, wearing glasses like that, I don't know. I really, it really got me, man. I felt really bad for him having to pick himself back up after he got pushed around. Like, that really got to me. If I talk about scenes that really got to me in Disney movies, it's the Hunchback of Notre Dame in general, and Milo in the Atlantis scene. Oh, memories. Memories. Yeah. Ah, I am the master of nature. Oh. Oh, there's Ganondorf's horse. Look at that majestic beauty. I love how the other ones are just still. Oh, there we go. Okay, they're loading up now. Man, Ganondorf's horse looks good, but I don't have the stamina to be able to take it on right now. Um, kind of, like, this kind of a bit of a. I just saw like how that thing's eyes exploded. No, that was kind of a lot. Shrek 2 is great. Oh man, I don't even remember the Shrek movies all that well. I know that there was like Living the Vida Loca or something at some point in the movie, and that's probably one of the only parts I remember from the movie. There's a ravine over there, guys. If there's a ravine, that usually means a shrine. Oh, Animamus, it's like the same breed. It's a descendant of Ganondorf's horse. It is an absolute monster, in terms of size, though. Let's see. I'm surprised there's not more Koroks hanging out around here. I do kind of want to check out the ravine. I don't think you could check out the ravine in the natural and when we were in the beginning area. What's your favorite Zelda game? Oh, squirrel. My favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask. So I'm really hoping that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be more like Majora's Mask. Like, my fingers are crossed. Hmm. Snafu's getting intense with fields. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. I agree, Talo. It would be weird if we didn't talk about it. Ever got around to 7 Deadly Sins? Yes, Tion. Oh, sorry, not Tiandre. That was Random Trainer X that said it. Sorry. Tiandre was right above you, X. Yes, I got around to it. I read it last night, right after I got off the stream. And, I really enjoyed it. Lancelot was cool. It was interesting to see how Jericho had, taken to her role. It was cute to see Elaine and Bond. I really hope that Elaine and Bond don't die and we can just have the kids having their own adventure without people dying. Yeah, man, like it was nice. It was nice. I really enjoyed it. I think it was really cool, and I'm very interested to see where the new era of Seven Deadly Sins is gonna go. Like, if there's gonna be the Arthur spin-off, like, I do want to see Gawain come in because people are saying that Escanor is gonna be reincarnated into Gawain or whatever his name was. So I'm looking forward to it. And this first little bit was really good. And going to Sarge, there looked to be a lot of cracks on Shigi, which might mean the end of this arc. And was that a confirmation on who Majestic was with that panel of the pros showing up? I'm taking it as a confirmation, Sarge. Like, you already know, like, because I know, like, you sometimes watch the videos, but, like, I imagine that Majestic was that one guy that showed up. Thingamabob Midnight invoked Majestic's name, so it made sense to me that he would show up eventually. And now we're here, and I'm feeling that that's probably the guy. Because it makes sense, given everything that we know so far. It's just odd that the author went in such a roundabout way of showing this guy off. Wait, I forget. Was there something up here? Is there something up there? Not that I can really see. Ah! Excellent. Man, I'm the best miner in the world. Oh, what is it? What is it? Ah! Excellent. Amber. Tiandre said, I want an isekai like Grimgar again. Something that displays how hard it is to kill something and both stuff will fight back to survive. And how stuff will fight back to survive. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Like, have a isekai where it's like hardcore real and it's like, shit, this sucks. This 100% sucks. I think Goblin Slayer does a pretty good job of showing the brutality of things in general. But Grimgar was really like one of a kind when it came to trauma over having to kill stuff. Like, definitely trauma, but like I think Goblin Slayer does capture a good degree of having to kill goblins. There was some nice Twitter art of high school age Koda, Eri, and Katsuma at UA. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Oh, hey, Terry. Game of Thrones, the isekai. Man, if someone got tossed into the Game of Thrones world, oh man, that just suck. Well, actually, like, really, any grimdark setting, it's gonna suck for you. Like, if you get tossed into Warhammer, well, good luck. Good. I pray for you. I hope you get tossed in as a space marine. Chances are you're probably gonna be tossed in as a human. So good luck surviving in Warhammer. That's just gonna be the worst. I wonder if I could tame the fox. I wonder what I would have to do to tame the fox. Ooh, what if I follow the fox? Is it gonna lead me to the riches? No, it's not. It disappeared. Maybe it went to the world where everyone else disappears to in Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry, Power. Yeah. If I said it was an isekai, my apologies. Goblin Slayer isn't an isekai, but in terms of an anime that showed off like grimdark fantasy, it would have been, or showed off the difficulty of killing something like that, maybe it would have been Goblin Slayer. Just because it got grotesque with the goblin slaying. Thank you for the correction, Prower. Oh, see ya, Jacko. I want the isekai where someone reincarnates into a mundane average school life, like almost no different from their last life. Yo, yeah, actually, the one I want, Animamus, I want an isekai where the character is from a fantasy world and he gets reincarnated into a regular human in our world, and it's like, oh, I would love to see that. And he has no magic; it's a villager. Let's make it a villager. Just see how that goes. Actually, maybe put some magic into it. Maybe put magic. Oh, Terry. Okay. Oh, you checked out Time Paradox manga, Eden's. Tell me what you think about it. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anyone's comments as we go right here. Sadly, decided Pokemon anime ended with only 7 episodes, but the kid got to live his dream. Yeah, that was so good. I really loved the battle. That battle seemed so intense with just everything flying around. I want the Isekai. No, got that one. I like Goblin Slayer, but I feel like it always sets a dark tone when it's ready for slaughter and brutality. I wish they would be brutal and realistic, even in places that don't fit the tone. I agree. I agree, Tiandre. Goblin Slayer is an interesting way of looking at how some parts betray the original premise of the first book, and I feel that I feel that the first book is really betrayed because I think honestly market trends might be what caused the first book to be betrayed in terms of the thematics behind it. Because every subsequent book kind of betrays the initial premise of who Goblin Slayer was. But I've already talked about this before. Terry, I rewatched your Pony Monoma video and you mentioned extra material that gave info on how Monoma is seen by his class. What is that, and is it the same thing with Invisible Girl's face? I don't know about Invisible Girl's face. Oh, you read my comments. Oh, Sarge, thanks. I read your comments when I spot them too, Sarge. But going back to Terry, so Monama's thing comes from School Briefs Volume 4. Terry, I think it's School Briefs Volume 4. Like, just very quickly, you can fact check that on the Viz site or whatever. But School Briefs Volume 4, and the specific chapter that talks about it is the part where they're talking about the contents of Class 1B's Fall Autumn Festival play, whatever that play was. It's actually a pretty funny chapter. It's a pretty funny story, but the main gist throughout the entirety of that story is that almost everyone who has a prominent speaking line in the story of the production of that play is saying like, Monoma is the guy that can handle this. Monoma is the guy that can force our class into success. Monoma is the guy who can adapt at like a hard percentage. And of course, like there were still times where they were being kind of vicious towards Monoma, like saying like, oh yeah, Monoma's twisted nature is what allows him to like acclimate to the limelight. But multiple times throughout that one chapter, it showed how impressive Monoma was at managing his classmates and understanding what was going on. Like Monoma knew when problems were going to come up before they came up, and Monoma also knew how to best react to them at certain times. When the play had trouble, the kids in Class 1B multiple times like believed in Monoma and expected him to pull through. And then, of course, they threw praises at Monoma. If there was a flavor to that particular chapter in that light novel, it was specifically, this was the, I have to show that Monoma is actually not a terrible person and that his classmates actually appreciate him. What ends up happening with Monoma in that particular chapter is that you see that there's a bit more of a nuanced situation where Class 1B probably isn't going to stop Monoma from doing the things that Monoma wants to do. And you can kind of see that a little bit with the Class 1A versus 1B fight. But that chapter in the short story really exemplified it. Like, Class 1B is going to ride and die with Monoma. They're not going to stop him. Only Kendo is going to stop his behavior, but everyone else is going to let it happen. Just because the pros outweigh the cons, in particular with Monoma. Like, they got to a point where they are able to properly use Monoma well, and that they're at the point where they understand why Monoma goes so hard when it comes to the Class 1A versus 1B rivalry. So it was really interesting to see how deep those feelings went, and it was interesting to see like even some of the lesser characters, how much they rely on Monoma in general. But in the context of Pony X Monoma, it was actually interesting that Pony didn't really get all that many lines. Like, so many other Class 1B characters talked about stuff, but not Pony. Pony only had like a little bit of a thing where she was letting Shiozaki ride her or something like that. I forget what the exact context was. Now, in regards to whether or not the novels are canon, you know, honestly, it's a tough thing to try and figure out. I think it's always tough to figure it out. I would say, like, they're canon until they're proven not canon. Like, I'm sure some of the details there are preserved. Like, I'm sure, like, the storyline for that play is what the author imagined the storyline would be. Like, chances are, with the amount of overwork that the author does, probably he had a lot of extra materials written up that the author could just take and adapt. So, good stuff. So, like, probably just, like, maybe the events itself may not be, like, well, actually, they have to be canon. The play happened, but maybe, oh god, it's a blood moon. Any hoosers. Canon enough. It's probably canon enough that the class's thoughts on Monoma are probably correct. What's that down there? Oh. Okay. The battle was animated really nicely. Yep, I really like Time Paradox, but it hurts my head a lot. It doesn't really hurt my head. I find it like... Wait, in what way does it hurt your head, Sarge? Like, following it? Because, like, for me, it doesn't really hurt my head. I just see it like... I don't know. I'm kind of jaded with the author's overuse of drama with Teppei, but... There seems to be a trend of reverse isekai lately. The person who isekai returns to his world with all his powers. You know, I think that's a natural part of the life cycle, Master Gray. You know, when you have such a big saturation of isekais, eventually there's going to be someone who wants to be like, okay, I'm tired of this, let's make something else. And then we have that thing. Tallow says, a lot of Chinese webtoons have that premise. Yeah, Chinese webtoons definitely. They definitely like doing that. But in terms of, there was one isekai that did this early on in the isekai life cycle, but it wasn't very good. It was some isekai with a guy that came back, and he had to go to an academy for people who had come back from other worlds being heroes. And I think the main girl was a girl with giant boobs and pink hair. She was like a demon lord's daughter that he brought back. This is like really early on in the isekai life cycle. Well, not early enough as Familiar of Zero, but let's say around 2014, maybe? Reverse isekai. I miss Gate and Recreators. Man, you know, Gate, I miss Gate's like just blatant propaganda for the Japanese armed forces. Oh, sorry. Not armed forces. Self-defense force. That could, right, because Japan can't have an armed force anymore. But the self-defense force, it's like such hardcore propaganda. I love it. Hey, you guys ever saw that one YouTube video about what if Deku had a quirk and he has green flames he could command with the hero named Ryu? I think I enjoyed it, and to be honest, might have preferred it. Do you remember what volume it was for the Deku talking with Pony part? I've been trying to find it. Oh, Sarge, that's in the school briefs. You're not going to find it in the original Hero Academia manga. That's in school briefs. It's school briefs volume 3. There's like one site on the internet that has all the school briefs up. It's Read My Hero Academia. Like, you know, if you want to check it out, feel free to check it out. It's just an easy way of doing it. And yeah, it's volume 3, and it's just a chapter that covers the... Yeah, it is definitely volume 3. So it covers the kids going over and just hanging out with Class 1A. Like, well, the 4 relevant Class 1B kids. Gate updates every so often. Oh, okay, cool. I haven't kept up with Gate, so I don't know. Eden said I enjoyed it. I can see this is talking about Time Paradox. I can see the pacing issues people were talking about, but it is a good story, so I'm hoping it doesn't get canceled like how people think. You know, right now, Edens, you were here yesterday, so like right now, it looks to me like it's going to get canceled. But I need to see for like 3 more weeks. Depending on where we are in 3 more weeks, I can definitely say for sure. But right now, it looks kind of sketch to me. Let me see if the table of contents are already out. This is how I usually try and figure things out with, or I try to guesstimate what's going on. They're not the best way to figure it out, but, oh, Oh, no, no, no. Time Paradox is on the way out. Like 100%. It's like I think it's on the way out. It's probably not gonna get killed before Bone Collection, but I think it's on the way out. It's at the bottom of the magazine. Mitama Security just ended, which makes sense. So it's been in bottom four. So Mitama Security has been. Actually, this is Mitama Security is a little bit weird here. That's a weird one. No, it's been in bottom. It's been in bottom three for a while. Actually, Mitama Security ending is kind of odd. That one's not fitting into pattern. Okay, well that one doesn't fit into pattern. Don't know why that one ended. Anyway, Time Paradox Ghost Rider is at bottom three for the third time in a row. So once it gets to about 5 weeks in a row being in bottom three, I think it's likely it's going to be canceled because of all the series that have been canceled, all of them have been in bottom three for over 5 weeks, and that's kind of the boundary for whether or not something's going to get canceled. Well, there was that other student that submitted substitute for Kendo when she was at the pageant. Gate is very propaganda. Reminds me of Monoma character profile where Horikoshi said Monoma was going off of what Bakugo said and Tetsu reporting. It's all their fault. It's all their fault. LOL, yeah. It was the guy with the welding quirk. Doesn't contradict it's canon, I say. Gate is Japanese army propaganda. The Minato part makes me not want it to be canon, LOL. Yeah, Minato's kinda like, he's a little bit too much. Trip, Shield Hero manga updated right now. It has Naofumi traveling with Kizuna. I don't remember the names very well, Random Trainer X. Which one's Kizuna? Is that the girl that's related to the spirit turtle, or is that the fisherman girl? I forget. Every country has some sort of media with propaganda for their military, unless they don't have a military. Yeah. The whole multiple time route and which he's talking to from the future gets confusing. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Aesthetic of a rogue hero. Edens! Thank you. Thank you, Edens. Yes. Why not an anime where the dad is a centaur and mom a mermaid and the MC is a normal guy who still is a monster so he doesn't fit in? That's very unique. That's very unique, Terry. Huh. That's cool. Here's a pickle. If time and space are intertwined, if you're going back in time, are you also reversing the space? Wait. Here's a pickle. If time and spaces are intertwined, if you're going back in time, are you also reversing the space? Also, if you have a certain area of space, go back in time, would it make that part of space younger than the surrounding space, even though they were all made at the same time? If you have a certain area of space, go back in time. Actually, Tiandre, interestingly enough, Eden Zero already did that. Eden Zero has a special monster that eats time wherever it crosses. So it ate a planet, and what happened is that planet went 50 years into the past. So then the people from that planet didn't create a branch universe because they were legitimately just 50 years ago. So it created a situation where one of the characters got to meet his older self, and there's no time paradox since that space was legitimately taking 50 years into the past. So in this particular situation, if we're talking about that second one, Tiandre, what matters is asking whether or not space has memory. Does space have a memory component? Now, when we're talking about signals and transforms in electronic signal processing, we say something has memory when the formula that makes the signal is based on a component that came before. So if we're talking about a signal that has memory, we'd be saying like it's what would be the formula, like 2t minus 1, like that would be the formula of a signal that has memory, if I recall. If someone knows signals and transforms, please correct me. I think that's the sign of a system with memory. It requires a past to be acknowledged. So that's the big question. The component of space, does it have memory? I don't think space has memory. That doesn't make sense to me. It might, like if we go animism, if we say animism, like we could argue for space having a memory component somewhere in the existence of the anima. But I would not, I don't think it wouldn't, I don't think it would matter if space is younger, because space would still meet with itself. So if we take away a memory component, the point of age doesn't really matter. I think the only thing that would matter in that particular situation um, is if the rest of the space was going towards death, what would end up happening is that the rest of the space is going to die first before the whatever space we're talking about. But don't know. That's like I don't know. For the first one, if space and time are intertwined, if you're going back in time, you're also reversing the space. Uh, hmm. That's the way to do it. You could do a rewind, right? Are you talking about rewind? You could, if you rewind time, you're maybe rewinding the world around you. So that would technically be a rewind of space. I mean, that could work. I think I've seen that in fiction, so that's definitely an idea that people have fleshed out before. I heard the light novel Gate has ended and it has a sequel about the Navy instead of the Army. Oh Jesus, I have not heard that. I haven't checked it out actually. What about the what about Junk the Black Shadow is gonna get the axe as well? Junk the Black Shadow. What? What's that? Which one of you all asked for the My Hero? I found the site if you want at me. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you, Terry, for being a true pirate. Why can't they have an army? Thank you, Terry, for World War II. I read spoilers for the ending of Gate. Haven't heard about a sequel. Okay, Fisherman. Oh, okay, Master Grade. Thank you. Okay, I didn't realize that the Shield Hero novel. Oh, sorry, Shield Hero manga got so far. I'll have to look at it real quick. I don't like novels or manga with multiple ending. Why not just commit to one? Money. Yeah, Talo. It's pretty much money. Um, I like multiple endings for the sake of harems because, like, I think really, if you're gonna have a harem, you should just commit to it and make it a harem ending. Because well, let's all face it, like we get to a point with a lot of harems where they're just dragging it on because, well, shit, they want money. Nisekoi had that problem. They just drag it on for way too long. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. This is why We Never Learned was really good because We Never Learned had a goal that did not involve a harem, like did not involve a relationship status by the end of it. It involved success for the kids. This is why We Never Learned is really good. But yeah, for like harem mangas, I would much rather have a multiple ending scenario because that's how visual novels do it, and visual novels are like the other medium where harems are widely successful, given that most visual novels are harems, or like they focus on multiple people. So like they have the structure kind of a harem manga, just a little bit more constrained depending on what kind of visual novel you're doing. But I think multiple endings for harems are pretty good. But I agree with Talo. Things get multiple endings because of money. And not to be confused with stories that are okay because they're just headcanon, but alternative endings are also canon. Um, hmm. For me, okay, if I had a story and I decided to branch it off at three because I wanted to continue three different thoughts, I think that's pretty okay. It depends on like the quality of the stories that come after the end. If stories are pretty cool because they just explore this like other little idea. If I was writing like a long running story, I think what I would end up doing is at the end of like each big saga, I'd say like you could cut off here. You don't have to follow the story anymore because the next saga would be a little bit different. And I call it, and so people can decide whether or not they want to take something as canon beyond a certain point. That's kind of how I would go about it. I don't really mind multiple endings. Um, but if I was doing multiple endings, it's because I want to follow up on a particular idea that was presented in a particular ending, and I also want to like explore tragedy of choice, to see like just how people would feel if they could say like, okay, in this ending, this character made this particular choice, and we see how that worked out, and then we look at the other ending. It's like this guy made a choice that ultimately did not work out for people, and then people can like just kind of get sad over what is the official ending. I think that's when I would want to explore multiple ending and storylines because I want to make people depressed. The more endings they give, the more readers, watchers they make happy, the more copies they sell, the less criticism they face, the more goodwill they get for the next project. Agreed. Could you have a space more empty than space? Yes. You mean like space that's around the planet? Yes. You should be able to have a. There's definitely a way to. There definitely not a way, not a way. There's definitely rationale in saying that there is a space more empty than space because space is not empty. Space is covered in dark matter and dark energy. In other words, matter and energy that we can't easily perceive. Um, We just know it by existence because I think of some formulas. I think we know like it by formulas. Maybe we can see the well, maybe we can see it, but we can't discern the properties of it yet. I don't remember where exactly we are on dark matter. Um, but yes, you can have a space more empty than the space that surrounds the planet. Oh, hey, Quizzer. Only top portion center and mermaids are human, so if they give birth to a complete human, all I can see is a cat-dog situation being born. Oh, man. Oh, God, there's a lot. I just thought it would be funny if years later some advanced race found younger space and were just like, what the heck? Miguel says, I think it makes a story less genuine, but I guess something has to be sacrificed for the sake of sales. Miguel, you know what? I understand where you're coming from, because let's face it, like, when you have Boruto happening, Boruto's happening because that makes money, because the Naruto property is profitable. Um, yeah, I understand, Miguel. For me, if I was doing that and I made multiple storylines, it's because I want to explore the multiple storylines. Like, that's where I feel about it. But here's the thing, right? If I'm exploring multiple storylines and I'm writing these things, it takes me about 3 hours to write 1,000 words. That doesn't sound right. 2 hours to write 1,000 words, an extra hour to edit the 1,000 words when I'm writing a story. That's a lot of time. In that time that I'm doing that, I could be doing something else. So this is the big problem here, Miguel. At the end of the day, the person that is sitting down to do these if storylines, this person wants to do those if storylines. But at the end of the day, they got to figure out a way to compensate for the time that they've lost. If they're a rich person, they could probably do whatever they want. But if they're not rich, they're probably going to try and monetize that. Now, I guess the big problem is when big corporation gets involved, because big corporation has multiple employees. It's very different when you have one person and maybe like a publishing team, like putting out a collection of stories, and then you have the big corporation, because suddenly the big corporation is going to demand a lot more profit, and that's when I think it really becomes a cash grab, because in the process of maximizing profit, they're also employing very efficient strategies to maximize that profit, which honestly will ultimately lead to like some negative will if the readers catch on to what's going on. So you end up with situations where maybe a story is soulless, but then you have to play that game of determining whether or not an author cares enough about their story. Like, are they pursuing it for the love of the passion and then just compromising for the money, or are they pursuing it for the money and then just using what passion they had before to just fuel it a little bit further? So it's a bit of a tough situation, Mio. I think multiple endings can be loving by the original creator, and I think they can also be very empty, dependent on where exactly the creator, where he lands. But again, it's hard to say. For American creators, James Patterson, when you hear about how James Patterson works, like the way he works, like he makes rough outlines and he gives those outlines to other authors, and those authors, they go and they flesh out the stories. So you can end up with some real stinkers for James Patterson. But this is how James Patterson works. This is how he gets his name on so many books. Now, when you hear about that, Miguel, like what does that make you feel when you hear that about that particular process? Now, from his perspective, for James Patterson's perspective, and I think that's his name, this is a situation where his time is, I guess, technically more valuable because he could be making a lot of money. So really, him giving like rough outlines and letting some random author like finish it off, probably better for him in the long run. But there's definitely that soulless nature to it, because at the end of the day, he's just an idea guy. Although like it depends on the, like, sometimes it's not bad to be an idea guy. Tyke Kubo exceeds as an idea guy. He probably shouldn't be left alone to write things and flesh it out. But already you can see the corporate nature to how someone like James Patterson approaches things with his name. And we are in another good combo. Oh, hey, Black Fox. Bust upper time can be whatever I want it to be. Snaps finger. Glad you mentioned Nisekoi. Oh man, Nisekoi is like a wonderful case study, I think, in general, just of like how things got under control. If there was no color before existence, what color was the nothing before existence? Tiandre, I'm like I just saw your comment pop up here, so I'm still far away from that comment, but I'm just gonna say you can literally be an idea guy. Yes, you can be an idea guy only once you have established a great deal of money, or if you like get a like a good collaboration team, like you can be an idea guy. It's just like you have to build up some cred before you can be lazy. Is from what I understand, like from the guys that from the things that I've read, to be an idea guy, you gotta like succeed before you can be lazy. Going back to Tiandre's first thing, lack of color would probably be black. It'd be all black because black's not a color; it's a shade, right? It'd be all black because black is the absence of light. Um, but even then, that's kind of by human perspective, so it's kind of hard to say. Human perspective, it would be black. Unless we're going like time like or unless we're going like super hardcore mystical and we're saying something else altogether. Might be a new color that we've never ever seen. It might be the color of non-existence. Like what does the color of non-existence look like? I don't know. Was hoping for the can't wait to hear Himegami and Railgun. Misaka. Okay, you guys are talking about Railgun. Man, time for Misaka to beat Misaki. Okay. Honestly, I can understand why time paradox would fail. Time travel is a very confusing subject unless it's tackled right. Well, I thought